Who says hard things can't be fun? Well, I don't fully know if home buying is hard, but I do know the next incredible duo of Lindsay Sickoff and Matt Windsor, licensed real estate agents in the DMV, make home buying fun. They're kind, talented, and walk their clients through every step. From the first inkling of wanting to purchase to signing on the dotted line and everything in between. Lindsay and Matt listen to your every need and help you find that perfect next home. For listeners of the Your Good News podcast, they'd love to help you. Head to lindsayandmatt.com. That's LYNDSI and MATT.com. To learn more about this duo, head to the show notes to reach out and mention my name, Katherine, from the Your Good News podcast when you do. Hi, and welcome to the Your Good News podcast with me, your host, Katherine Getty. Each Thursday, I'll give you the scoop on the good news coming out of Washington and how you can get involved with this thing called democracy. Welcome back to another episode of the Your Good News podcast. This episode is special because it is the season finale. Season 2 is going to be now in the books. If this is your first time listening, welcome. Or if you're a regular listener and have missed any episodes over the last couple years, take the time over the hiatus to really dive into some old episodes. First, I want to say thank you again. I know I said this on the 100th episode. If you've been here, I've said thank you to my family and to my friends and to you, dear listener, for tuning in each week, for encouraging me to continue on when the going got tough, for inspiring episodes or even joining episodes. Thank you so much for taking valuable time, for spending your valuable time with me and with the Your Good News podcast. I am so honored. I always like to also thank the Wizards of Oz for the Your Good News podcast. That is Chase and Sean with the Upstarter Podcast Network. If you haven't, go check out some of the other amazing podcasts on the network. You'll be sure to enjoy. And Chase and Sean, thank you so much for the support you have given to the Your Good News podcast. Here is to Season 3. In Season 2, we have covered a lot when it comes to good news coming out of Washington. This was quite the pivot from Season 1. That was really a love letter for me. It was a collection of interviews featuring folks creating their good news. As a reminder, the Your Good News podcast started out the idea of there is good around us, not negating the hard stuff, not negating those days that don't feel good, but there is good if we choose to find it. And in Season 1, it really is a collection of, like I said, interviews of these people that have really touched my lives, people that have come along the way, have really created some good, and it's really inspiring stuff. In Season 2, we have delved into the U.S. national debt. We've better understood some key committees in Congress, like the House Rules Committee or Senate Help Committee. I've covered the happenings and, well, sometimes not happenings of Congress. I've talked through how to register to vote, how to call a member of Congress, because it was my goal in making this shift in Season 2 to share more of what lights me up, and that is politics. And I know what you're thinking. Politics can light you up. I am a nerd. If this is your first time listening, welcome. But my hope in creating all of these episodes about different facets of the U.S. government was I wanted to give you the tools to better engage with our U.S. government. I think everything these days has a filter. And my hope was to just give you, hey, this is how it was created, or this is why it's here, or how can you better engage with it? Because if you have the understanding of the rules of the road, then you can actually drive correctly. I think it is so important. Like I said, with the filters, it's so important to feel like, okay, I have the understanding of the why, of the basis of the foundation, so that I can shape my own feelings on insert policy issue. This has become my updated schoolhouse rock, because if you have an understanding of the process, you can go influence it. I'm going to take some time in August to brainstorm, to dream, and to create. And I want to continue the schoolhouse rock idea, but bring in some more friends, do some interviews, some respected guests on the episodes to share how the news out of Washington, what's happening, and give it context for you. Why does it matter? I don't know what form it'll take, but I will be back this fall with brand new content, and I cannot wait for that. So here's my ask for you. Share with me what you're interested in. email me at support@yourgoodnewspodcast.com or Instagram. My handle is at Katherine Getty, and I'll include this in the show notes. Let me know what you want to hear more about. Is it more on the administration, or are you curious about the presidential election coming up in 2024? Hard to believe I'm saying those words. Or are you curious what happens after a law is made? Because a lot sure does happen. Or are there areas of government you want to explore more? Let me know. I want this to continue to serve you so that you can engage, serve you in learning something maybe you didn't know about the US government. I cannot wait to be back, but for now, see you soon on another episode. All the best and happy summer to you.